Alright guys, how's it going? In this video we're going to be going over some things I really love about my 6th gen Camaro. Now I've had this car for going on 4 months now. It's got about 1,500 miles on it, and I've enjoyed every single one. Thing's been an absolutely great car, but here are some things kind of particular to this car that I really like. Number one being the adjustable muffler. Now you can see here we got quad tips. That signifies that this car has the dual mode exhaust, and compared to other manufacturers, I think this is really a really nice setup. The difference between stealth and track mode is very prominent. I like that you can switch it independently. If we take a step inside here, you can see we have the mode selector button. This is how you go from tour to sport to track mode, and then the snow mode, which I hope to never use. But you can actually change the exhaust settings independently of this. So most of the time I drive the car in tour mode, because since this car has mag ride, that softens up the shocks and lightens up the steering a little bit. But then I can leave the exhaust in track mode, which I do most of the time because it sounds really nice. So number one thing I love about the car is the factory dual mode exhaust. Another thing I really like about the car, take a step inside here, and that is the comfort. I'm about 6'1" and quite a heavy fella, and I fit in this car really nicely. Much better than a 4th gen or a even like a Mustang or something like that. Much better than my Corvette for sure. So I'm actually very comfortable in here. A lot of leg room. Actually, since I ordered the car so I don't have a sunroof, I did that on purpose, because now I have, you can see here, a fair amount of headroom, which for me is unusual. So I really like that. I fit in the car really well. I got the standard cloth seats, again on purpose. The Recaros are far too small for me. The standard cloth seats are very nice in my opinion. They hold me in just fine. They're very comfortable. Overall, the interior of this car, I really like it. I would say that is a thing I love about the car. The quality of the materials isn't the greatest, but I mean, at the price point, you kind of get what you get. But I would say just the layout of everything is something I really love. I like how you have everything you need, but nothing you don't. The HVAC controls are very simple. Everybody that I take for a ride, they really like the how you spin the whole vent. They think that's kind of cool. I think it's pretty cool too. I just like how simple it is. It's very easy to get used to. Every button has a purpose. There's not really a whole lot of redundancies. So I think it's just a nice, easy thing to get used to. Really like it. I really like the gauge cluster as well. Is it gonna key on for me? There we go. So you can see there, gauge cluster is really nice. I like having the mix of analog and the digital in the middle. I think that's a pretty cool combo, because you can change the middle to kind of do whatever you want. You can change it all over the place and make it say different things. And got a lot of gauges, oil temp, transmission temp. It even has a tire temperature gauge, which I think is kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, you can go into here, you can go into driving mode. Vehicle must be turned on to access this setting. I will get into that in a different video. But overall, interior of the car, really like it. Let me take a step outside. Now the Super Sport in particular is what I went for a multitude of reasons. A main one being, I really like the RS package on these cars. Now if you get an LT1 or a V6 or whatever, you actually have to pay extra for the RS package. But on the Super Sport it comes standard. And what that includes is the grayed out tail lights, which I think look really sweet. Comes with a spoiler, and then it comes with the higher end headlights. So they have the running light that kind of runs along here. It looks really cool, really like it. So on the SS that comes standard. On the LT1 that does not. So that was one thing that really pushed me towards an SS. Another thing is the 275 tires in the back. This is the Super Sports run a staggered setup. The LT1s do not. So the LT1s, you just have a 245 on the back. Also, you get the matching Brembos, which on the LT1 are just the base model V6 brakes in the back. So kind of a nice aesthetic, you know, matching set. But yeah, so to sum it up, I really like the aesthetics of the Super Sport. It just kind of does everything for me. I think I like it a lot better than the LT1 or the the V6 body or whatever. I really like not having a sunroof, and I like the standard wheels, so add that to the list of things I love. Really cool looking wheels. I think they're really sweet. These are kind of dirty, but I really like the look of them. I think the color matches the orange really nicely, gives a nice contrast. So overall, really like that. Love the hood vent. On the 16 to 18 Camaros, they didn't get this hood vent. They got two smaller hood vents off to the side. I think this one's a lot cooler. I like this one a lot. But yeah, I mean, this thing looks phenomenal, and I would hope so. I mean, I special ordered the car, so if there's something I don't like about it, it's kind of my fault at this point. But yeah, I really like this car. A lot of things to like about it. Just made this video to kind of highlight some little details that I really like about it. But yeah, you know, any questions, any comments, feel free to drop a comment. I always try to answer them best I can. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.